Hi, welcome to Trinity Wellness TV. Today this is a special little video that is all about plantar fasciitis. Until you're stricken with this crazy painful heel issue, you're probably not going to watch this, but if you're watching this, now you're starting to pay attention. So I brought with me 3 friends so that you can see 3 different opportunities and different ways to do this. So Ashley, Amanda, and Carrie. Amanda, I'm going to call her out, and we will call her out throughout this. She's the one right now that's experiencing the fasciitis pain. I had it, did physical therapy for it. Now I'm going to share what I learned to help save you money. All right, so here's how we start. Feet go together. If you have a block or anything that can kind of help perch in front of you, this might help with your flexibility because chances are you're tight. So let's take a big inhale all the way up. And then on your exhale, fold forward. And then depending on your flexibility, you might need to bend your knees. I'm looking back at Amanda to see what she's doing.
I'm trying to keep them straight. I'm trying real hard.
Is that awful?
It's been worse.
So as you're in that fold, if your hamstring flexibility is better than what this is allowing, you can turn your block and then go down, or you can just not even use a block. And tuck your chin, close your eyes, and just take a few deep breaths. So in essence of time, I'm going to demonstrate. We're going to demonstrate these poses, but ideally they should be held for 1 to 3 minutes, which is a long time. We're not going to do that. We'll leave that to you on your own. You'll find some that work for you and some that maybe you don't really care for. All right, so rock your weight forward to your toes. There's a big stretch through the fascia of the feet. And then rock your weight back towards your heels, letting the toes lift off. Let's try that 2 more times. So we'll inhale, rocking to toes, and then rock back through heels. Is that bad, or are we okay?
Okay.
We're okay? Okay. So center back one last time, forward to toes, press back through heels, tuck chin tight. And whether you want to use that block or not, your left hand is going to go down. And then let's extend the right arm straight up. So there's a twist. And you're thinking, well, now what does this have to do with my feet? Well, we're allowing the calves and the hamstrings and the hips to get a big stretch. So how do we make this better? If that's really uncomfortable, again, use your block. Now, since we're reaching that right arm up, bend in the left knee. That gets deeper into the IT band, all through the hamstring, a little more through the calf. And then just take the eyes up into that right hand. Relax your right kneecap. So is anybody not in their hammy, calf? Okay, good. Yeah. Let's go one last breath here. And then we'll sink that hand down. Let's lengthen both legs, tuck the chin. And then keep the legs as straight as you can. And then extend the left arm up. So once you're there, that might be super tight. And if it is, stay put. If you can, now start to bend in your right knee to get a little deeper glute stretch through that left side. That should just feel good. Let's go one last breath. And then we'll lower left hand back down. And then we're going to stay here, lifting through the left heel. This is called prancing feet. Now switch simultaneously and lift through the right. So again, we're getting the hamstrings, starting to wake up the calves, and then lift with the left. So one other option that is going to be a little more intense, this is the easier version. So let's put both heels on the ground, we'll bend through the knees, and then inhale the arms back up. Now from here, prancing feet would look like this. We lift one heel, and then we simultaneously switch. So you kind of have to just to wake up, finding balance. You can go quick, you can go slow. But plantar fasciitis, keep going. The plantar fasciitis, what we're trying to tap into is really stretching the fascia right here. But also, sometimes we're really tight in the Achilles, sometimes up in the calves. So we're just going to address it all. That way you'll have a real well-rounded repertoire of things you can try. All right, so last one of those. And now we're going to take, we'll face you. So face us, we're going to take feet wide, and you'll probably see different widths, and these are all good. We're going to bend in our knees, so a big squat, pressing the groin open. So step 1, this might be tight, I don't know. Step 2, hands to the mat. You can also slide the feet closer together. The idea is the hips drop low. That might have just scared somebody. So you could stay right here and just work on opening the groin. But again, trying to keep the feet flat, that's the key. When we're really super tight, it might want to look like this, which isn't a bad thing. It actually kind of feels good, but when you're inflamed, it's probably not going to be. And then you got your hands here. Is that terrible?
It's, I can feel the stretch, but it's a good stretch.
It's okay?
Yeah.
All right. This is a good camera angle. Sorry. We did your groins. All right, here we go. So this one's called garland pose. And then again, it stretches the calves and the ankles. I know it's really funky. It stretches the low back too. Let's take one big breath. Woo! And then hands will come down. Let's press and then slowly lift back up. So let's take our feet wide and then take your fold down. Hands are going to go on the block. And then depending on how tight you are in this wide position, you can turn your block, or you don't even have to use your block. Your hands could go to the floor. And then just let your chin fall towards your chest. Now to get a deeper stretch, just start to creep your heels farther away than your toes. So your toes are closer, your heels are farther. And then exhale, press back through your heels, lengthen through your legs. And then just exhale, relax through the spine. And then from here, you can also walk your hands forward, shifting your weight towards your toes, but yet still try to press hard through your heels. And then on your exhale, you could walk your hands back, and you could even walk them all the way through, just to change the angle of the stretch on the hamstring. So if that's depending on how you're feeling. Let's try walking back forward one last time. So shifting weight towards the toes, but yet press through your heels, and then walk it slowly back. And again, these could be held up to 1 to 3 minutes, but for sake of time, we're just going to move on. So from here, let's step the feet closer together, and then bend through the knees, just taking a little release through that lower back. Tuck the chin, and then inhale as you lift up. You could bring your arms up. That's rather traditional, or you could just stand up. So the next one we're going to go to is a down dog. And we'll be on our mat, hands and knees. The hands, the middle finger is pointing away, and then you're making an L out of your fingers. So you wouldn't want your hands turned out like this. Sometimes people will try that, and I'm not sure why. But just to be clear, so fingers are pressing away and pushing all the light space out of my fingers. Now my toes are turned under. I'm going to sink my hips back and then start to just lift my knees off. So option 1 in that prep of that down dog, just getting here alone stretches the fascia of the feet. Now use your next exhale to press open those legs. You can prance it left and right. You can go both at the same time. Or just holding one for a breath and then holding the other for a breath. So again, from here, let's lengthen back forward. Now coming into a plank. So a modified plank would be here, and that's where just a bit of core strength is going to be needed in this next one. So you could technically omit. Now lift forward into your tippy toes. There's a lot of pressure through your heels, through your toes, through your feet. Now press back through your heels, or you could try that prancing step where you alternate left and right. Just a little bit of a different technique rather than doing this one standing up. So let's try our down dog one last time. We're going to lift our tailbone high to the sky. Elbows are soft. The ears are beside the biceps. Exhale, pressing the heels towards the mat and or alternating. We call that walking the dog. Let's take one last breath here. And then we're going to come seated now to knees. And then sink the weight back onto our heels. All right, so this one is not a great one, but it's necessary. So we're going to stretch the fascia of the feet, sinking our weight back through those heels. Let's take the arms up over the head and lace the fingers. Let's press the palms up. The more you lean back, back, the greater the stretch is going to be. If that's too much, then by all means stay forward or come out of it at any time. But I'm timing us right now. I'm just going to see if we can just hold this for about 30 seconds. So let's try maybe arms back out in front. Just a good opportunity to get a few upper body stretches in. Let's try one arm across. Maybe the ear drops. So just fidgeting around with that upper body, taking advantage of it. We made it 30 seconds. Let's see if we can make it 30 more. So the arms come over to the opposite side, maybe neck. So 2 for 1. It's a deal.
We don't even know what's happening to our feet.
There's cramping and it's kind of awful. Let's open up the chest. Hang in there. Let's do 3 big breaths. So stretching that fascia. We'll tuck that chin back in. Release through the hands. We got 3, 2, 1. Oh, let's get out of that. That part right there is kind of brutal. Ooh, yeah. So doing that one several times a day will help stretch the fascia of the feet and really help the fasciitis calm down. All right, so this last one, we're on our back. This one is ideal to do in the morning before you even get out of bed, or maybe in the morning before you get up and then before you go to sleep. So on your bed, your left leg is going to go straight up to the sky. Your right foot is pressing down into your bed, or if you're on your mat right now. Now, holding here, really drawing that heel upward is going to give a big stretch to the calf, the Achilles, maybe even to the foot. But if we start to write the alphabet, so A, and then B, so just using your toe, it's kind of hard, I'm not left-handed, so that's weird. But so you could go one leg at a time and just continue through your alphabet, or your hands under hips. So if you're not in bed, you could also extend both legs up, and again, 2 for 1, a little bit of strength through the low abs, and then work both feet at the same time. So writing the alphabet, working all those angles, as big letters as you possibly can. But that opens up, it moves it in rotation, it flexes, it points, and it helps the feet relax. It stretches the calves, the hamstrings, and everything up. We'll go one last breath. I'm sure we're not through our alphabet yet. But let's bend in those knees. We'll hug in tight, stretching the low back one last time. And then we'll exhale, we can go seated. Do you all have any questions?
How many times a week should you do these moves?
So ideally, the more you can do these stretches through the feet specifically, the better. So morning and night would be ideal. When I did physical therapy, I had to do it 2 to 3 times a day, but I would break up these exercises and not do them all at one time. So I would do, one in the morning when I had time, and one at lunch when I had time, or in a class. But I really tried to be very purposeful in trying to get this one in. If no other, and if you hate all the others, if you just learn one thing, this would be the one to really focus on, is sitting up high. It's awful, I know. A good question, and if you have questions, just let us know. Thank you for checking us out on Trinity Wellness TV. Subscribe so that you can see the other additions that we continue to add on, and thank you for joining us.